Let's see what you learned. Let's see what you learned about gravity. Now, I told you that gravity is not an autonomous field modality, that gravity is location-specific, vector-specific, magnitude-specific, phase-specific, and a few other things. Now, this neodymium iron boron is exactly 1.4 ounces. Right now you can see that this copper hollow tube pipe is 13.4 ounces. Right now there's going to be zero friction, okay, as I drop the neodymium iron boron magnet through the tube. So now you're going to have to figure out, since there is no touching going on, do you think the weight will change? You think it'll remain the same? And that's like saying, if the weight changes, that's like saying if I stand next to another fat person that I'm going to gain weight, right? Doesn't that seem stupid, right? It's like, hey, I'm standing next to say an anorexic girl is standing next to a fat person. It's like, oh my God, she's standing on a scale. Now that the fat guy's standing next to her, she weighs more. They're not touching, but she weighs more. So what do you think the answer is? Okay, let's do this very gently. Okay, remember it's 13.4, right? Okay. Okay, not touching. 14.9, 14.9. See my hands right here? I'm not touching it. And there we go. It was 14.9 all the way down the tube, okay? 14.9 all the way down on the neodymium iron boron. Okay, not touching. Nope, not touching. Is an N50 Gauss 3/4 inch neodymium iron boron. Yeah. So, what do you think the answer is? Now, if you say Lenz's law, I swear to God, if you say Lenz's law, you know, you should slap yourself. If you say Lenz's law, you're an idiot, because number one, descriptions are not explanations. Why, sure, that's an explanation. No, it's not. Description is not an explanation. So don't even think of saying Lenz's law, Lenz's law, Lenz's law, Lenz's law. Don't say that. Also, don't say, oh, well, you know, it was touching the sides, you know, I could kind of hear it scraping. Don't say that crap either, okay? Maybe scraping maybe 1% of the time on the way down. Maybe 1% of the time, okay? Not touching on the way down. Right. You noticed it was a constant 14.9. Now we know this is exactly 1.4 ounces. Right? So, what's the answer? I'm not going to tell you the answer, so what's the answer? This is no different than a fat guy walking up next to a skinny girl, and the skinny girl immediately changing her weight, her acceleration. I thought fields weren't things. You know, if something's not touching and it's only kind of next to something else, what's going on? Well, why don't you tell me the answer? Do I know the answer? Why, yes, I do. What do you think the answer is? What do you think it is? Right. Okay, bye.